So, story is James Wan is in talks to direct a Creature from the Black Lagoon remake. Now, this is important for a few reasons. Well, it's not important, but it's interesting for a few reasons. James Wan's been developing this with his production company, and he's opted in to direct it. So he's still in talks to direct it, but it's something which he wasn't necessarily always, in the sort of lead up to do. So let's take a look, right? Creature from the Black Lagoon is rising once again. James Wan, the creator of the Saw and the Conjuring horror franchises, is developing a new take on the classic Universal monster property and is in early talks to direct the feature project. The move comes as Wan and his collaborators presented Universal with a pitch to remake the 1954 monster classic, and a writer will now be hired to write a script, working in concert with Wan. This is the first project Wan has attached himself to as a director, following his company's production banner, Atomic Monster, merging with Blumhouse. Wan was underwater for the last few years on DC superhero movie Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and has been looking to get back to his horror roots in some way. Now, here's a brief little bit of kind of what they're looking to do with it anyway. So it says that Wan's take is described as being a grounded, modernized retelling that will lean into visceral horror while still paying respect to the original. Okay. So, I don't think the sun shines at James Wan's ass like most people. I think he's fine. Right? I think he has made some absolute garbage. I mean, the last film he made recently was Night Swim or something like that, like an evil haunted swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's super lame. But look, at the end of the day, I like creature features. Like, I'm a big fan of creature features. I think they're quite fun. I don't think we have enough creature features in modern day cinema. We've had some kaiju creature features. Do you know what I mean? We've had some of them. They're quite good fun. But we've not had a proper creature feature for a while. And I like creature features. I just think there's... I don't know. Maybe it's like my inner child coming out. So I'm all game for creature features. But I will say, and I'll stop saying creature features, and I will say Creature from the Black Lagoon has been done recently, and it won't be topped. And that is, of course, The Shape of Water. You will not beat The Shape of Water. You just can't. Now, obviously, it's not The Creature from the Black Lagoon, but it kind of is, and it's kind of a bit of an Abe Sapien from Hellboy type deal as well. It's kind of a bit all over the place. But there is no way in hell James Wan, with his filmmaking abilities and what he has presented to us on screen before, will do anything anywhere close to the cinematic beauty that was in Shape of Water. The creature prosthetics were absolutely amazing, and just the general cinematography, color grading, vibe, everything. James Wan will always make something substandard compared to that. So as much as I think, hey, cool, creature feature, I'm game for that, I do also think, probably should do something else. But that's my take. What do you think? Culture Casino, we'll go to you first.
I first of all, I want to see this because I want them to relaunch all of the Universal monsters. I want that to go exactly hand in hand with what they're doing at their theme park, Epic Universe. Right? I want to see these movies made again, and I'm a big fan of these rubber monster movies. I have been forever. Right? Remaking. Give me all the Dracula. Give me all the creature from the Black Lagoon. Give me all the werewolf stuff you got. Give me a mummy in there. Right? Give me a break from the zombies for a minute, but give me all the scary, freaky stuff, because at the end of the day, those are the horror films that really got everything going. Maybe this will kickstart everything again. But at the same time, I mean, this is content we've not really had much of, other than, as you mentioned, The Shape of Water, for a long time. So I don't think we've had any good werewolves, and we certainly haven't had any good vampires, because they were all sparkly. They weren't like actual vampire picks. Like, they tried. Renfield was an attempt, right? The most recent one that I saw that was enjoyable because it was just dumb fun was the Abigail film. But I want an actual proper rubber monster movie, right? I want I want an actual one of these. This is one of them that I'll jump at in a heartbeat. So, I will agree with you on James Wan, who I think is oversold. I don't think he's been all that when it comes to this. I understand that after the merger with Blumhouse, maybe he'll have more time to focus, but both of those brands tied together working for Universal, that could be a big win. Could be a big win.
Yeah. Do you remember they 2017 they tried to make a Universal's Dark Universe? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Goodness me. They made The Mummy, 2017's Tom Cruise The Mummy, where they literally got the God of Death wrong. How do you get the God of Death wrong in ancient? They're like, God of Death is Set. No, it's not. So Cyrus. It's not Set. No. How do you? What did you not? We've all got Google. Why didn't you Google this? Like, what are you doing? And then they teased the creature of the Black Lagoon in that film because they even had Russell Crowe as Jekyll and Hyde, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
God, goodness, that's trying to speed run into some. Anyway, whatever.
It's got Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise. That was the strategy. That was the only strategy for that.
And Sophia Boutella killed her career, though.
Yeah. Well, good point.
Yeah. All right, let's get your. What do you?
This is the piece that I did earlier today over on Bleeding Fool, and it talks a little bit about Guillermo del Toro's. He saw this movie, the original, when he was 6, and he was aching for the creature and the leading lady to have a connection of some sort, which led to his Shape of Water. Of course, he made it his amphibian creature. You can tell is inspired by this, but he was developing a Black Lagoon movie that just never materialized in the early 2000s, which is why he went on to do The Shape of Water. And when I was doing some research on this story, I discovered that John Carpenter also had been tapped to do a creature
There's been a few people.
Yeah, there's been quite a few actually, and Carpenter had some good ideas. His was going to make it sort of the missing link in evolution. He was going to go back to the Amazon. So, but I'm like you guys. I would like to see something that really pays tribute to the original. I always thought this creature design was one of the best from those black and white monster movies, Universal monster movies. The movie itself, it really could have been done better if he just did the original story, maybe modernized it and improved on it. It could be improved on. It's not like, the Wolfman, where it's a very difficult task to perfect that classic film, or Frankenstein for that matter. But this one could. And I don't know. I'm with you, James Wan. He's hit or miss for me. I like a smattering of his films. I like Saw and The Conjuring, and I liked Aquaman. But for as many good movies, he's got a pair of bad ones. And I don't know. We'll see. But like you said, he's just in talks to direct. He has been developing it. And I would like to see Universal get their act together on these Universal monsters. I thought The Invisible Man was good. And that's really about where it stops with their new movies.
Yeah.
For me.
Be interesting. No, I mean, I don't, I don't know. I think a lot of these things have been played out. I think you'd have to really hit the ground running with something brand new. They tried to do that with The Invisible Man, didn't they? They tried to do that as like some new-ish thing, but I don't know. Who knows? Be interesting to watch and sort of watch this play out, though. See what happens from here. I'm game for creature features, but yeah, we'll kind of see. Again, James Wan, nah, he's not.
If I could add one more thing too, I'm kind of getting tired of this trying to build a shared universe. It's like you're trying to build the whole theme park, and I'm not even convinced that one of the rides is going to be any good. And that's
Yeah.
sort of the problem. You know, you brought up The Mummy. You had a great cast, but it just fell apart. It wasn't put together very well, and the entire plan fell apart for Universal, and they just had to
Mm.
fall back and start over, or lick their wounds and shelve the idea for a while, and just make a good movie. And even when these movies first came out, you know, you've got Dracula, you've got the Wolfman, you've got the Mummy, you've got Frankenstein, and there would be the occasional Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, but that wasn't factored in when they were making those movies. And just like I can't imagine what moviegoers thought about the concept of, oh my gosh, the Wolfman and Frankenstein are in the same movie. That's going to blow my mind. And to me, it might have been like the same feeling when I saw, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home, where you had all these multiple Spider-Men in a movie. No way, no one could have ever conceived of that. So surprise us with where it goes, but before you do anything, just make a good movie and make a few of them.
Yeah.
And then if you can tie them together, great. If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, it's the you have to make a good film first and foremost. Your film shouldn't be merely an advert for another product, which is what Marvel has become. It's very frustrating. So yeah, we will. Well, ZBR has super chatted $5 and says you dug up an old pic of Grace before she had a chance to apply her makeup that morning.
Oh boy,
brutal. We'll move on from
She's
this.
consistent. She is consistent.